Do you step out of your comfort zone? I hope so. I really do hope so. Uh, Good. How do I get rid of sciatica? Okay.
Mm.
Is that trusting your heart? Or is this like a medical question because Ginger's a nurse?
Good question, Elias. Let's find out.
Let's find out
Yes.
because I could
Yes.
tell you as a former massage therapist, go sit on a tennis ball and roll back and forth and see if it's pseudo sciatica and it could just be your piriformis instead. The Secret Language of Your Body. Yes, great book. Great book. You are on Ginger's page. Got it. Excellent. You
Perfect.
feel like a Care Bear. Seriously, thank you. Do you have your magic 8 ball? I do. I hear a cute ice cream truck going past, but planted here in my chair. Good for you, Julie. That's good. So, um, Ginger, what do you do? Well, first of all, how long have you been doing psychic medium stuff?
Well, outwardly, out of the closet psychic medium stuff for probably about 10 years,
Okay.
using my abilities to manage life my entire life. You know, having that
Okay.
intuition, that empath, that psychic ability, that mediumship. I've been using that my entire life to survive
Yep. To
because
survive.
it's difficult. Yeah, it's a survival skill in a lot of ways for those of us that are psychic mediums and are really not taught at a very early age how to manage that. Owning my awesomeness. Yes, we're in that book.
Because I think you mentioned just a little bit about your story, just
No.
a little bit about your
Well,
story
please
in
share.
here.
Please share.
I will. I just need to get to your your chapter.
Wow,
That's
look at all
all.
the people on here.
Yes. See, isn't that
Drum roll, please.
nice?
Ginger is out of the closet. Yes, Jalen. I have been actually out of the closet for 10 years. So,
Coming out of the shadows and into my light.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a great chapter. If you do not have this book, please get it. Oh, and you're awesome. There's 27 of us in here, and you know several of us in here. Myself, Ginger, Sherry Dworkin Smith, Pandora Pappas, Janet Zavala's in here.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people that you would know that have been on my lives and on Ginger's lives. So it's
It's a
great.
good book. And Elias sells it. And I also have it available on my website. You can buy the book.
Yes,
So, whoever you choose to buy it from, Elias and I are not attached. It's as long as you read
nope.
it and learn and grow, that's what we're attached with.
So
So,
true. So true. Thanks, Delara. So, before the night is over, we'd like an introduction of Ginger Skull Crystals. We'd be here for a couple hours if she had to introduce all of them. But this one, is this your oldest one, your newest one?
in the middle, kind of, it's
Okay.
probably towards the excuse me, the end of buying crystals. This is
No
pre-night,
worries.
and this is Amanda. So
Amanda, and what is pre-night
imagine
for?
pre-night is the healer's heartstone. So I pulled Amanda out because pre-night is for the people that work and give a lot from their heart, and it drags a lot of our energy out. Pre-night is to heal the healer stone.
Heal
It's
the
really
healer.
heal the
I
healer
like
stone.
it.
So if y'all need, it comes in many different forms. Just to change the subject for just a second, here's a raw piece of pre-night that's
Hmm.
raw. It just feels really good to hold on to it. So it's really good for the healers, for those of us that heal and do a lot of healing work, or just give our heart away, or just do too much and don't know how to say no. It's a really good stone to help bring that energy back in. So thank you, Delara.
Yes. And you guys, it's her website is easy. It's gingerperrick.com.
Mm-hmm.
Gingerperrick.com.
Yeah.
So, love that you work in urgent care. So, totally love that. So, you are now working with in pediatrics,
Yes. I'm a pediatric nurse. Yeah. Little
pediatric
people.
nurse.
I'd rather work with
Yes,
little people. Yes.
little people.
Hmm.
It's great.
I'm gonna
It's
have.
great.
Have anybody ever had a poppy? I'm sorry. I'm spun out with this moon. It's really got me going today. I'm like, yeah.
So, how can we attach the listening to your heart with the full moon, the super moon, the blue moon? Because I was talking earlier about it is not just it's not just about putting out on there like this is my heart's desire. I want to release this.
Hmm.
I want to know what's blocking you from releasing that because if I said this on TikTok earlier, if you replay, you cannot repair.
That's a
So,
good one. I like that.
thank
I
you.
like that very much.
Um, right. It's the same thing as I've always been saying, from Sue Page from Pathways that I took her training program. If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you always got. So if you continue with replay, you're not going to repair. You can't repair if you replay, right?
Right.
So thinking about the heart and going to that level of what's blocking us from letting go of my self-doubt. That's what I want to release. And that's what my heart is telling me to release this. Then I need to go deeper where, guys, not deeper in your head. You have to go deeper into your heart and say, what's blocking me? Put your hand on the center of your chest, breathe with that, and say, what is blocking me from getting to what I want? And okay, so if it's self doubt, who caused that self doubt? Well, family did. Why? Well, because they said this and because they said that. And what's my fear there? Or the fear is, they were going to judge. Oh, that's what we need to let go of, is that fear of judgment.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Would you agree?
Yeah. Not only from other people, but we don't even own the way that we judge ourselves. We pay more attention to how the world is judging us than how we actually judge ourselves or the expectations that we put on ourselves. And that comes from up here versus from our heart. All of those upbringings and the things that we've heard, and like you and I talk about our Greek and our Catholic guilt, all of those
Right.
things that we put on ourselves keep us from really coming from our heart and working through those things, because that stuff gets in the way. So
What would you say, Ginger, to somebody that says, every time I operate from my heart, I always get burnt?
well, it does happen it's going to happen. But if you're operating from your heart, to keep from getting burnt is to have your expectations that in fact you actually could get burned. But this also is setting up those boundaries when you operate from heart. When you operate from heart, who are you going to be around when you operate from your heart? Removing those people around you that do burn you. And are they truly your friend? Are they truly, family's family, and they'll do what they do. But I think when you operate from, you can't be in fear of getting hurt when you operate from your heart. You just have to set your boundaries and your expectations and know that sometimes you're going to, and that's okay. But don't hold on to it. Don't dwell in it. Don't wallow around in it. Just say, okay, lesson learned, move on. That I won't allow myself to get into again. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Mhm.
And Julie says, good evening. We must keep our hearts open, but be selective.
Yes.
Very good.
That's it. Yes.
Very,
That's
very good.
yeah,
Nicely said.
very
Nicely
well
said.
said. Mm-hmm.
Because again, if you get stuck in the yuck and you don't thank that piece for coming, then
Mm-hmm.
you're in replay mode. Then you're going, oh, did you get it? The universe is going to constantly give you people to test whatever that is, whatever topic that is.
And you do put that energy out and you
Mm-hmm.
attract it. So you setting that intention of what you want to attract also helps to keep things clear from you. We set our intention. We go out there and, oh, it's going to be a horrible day. I'm going to run into horrible people. I'm going to have horrible patients. You've already set yourself up for failure throughout the day. I'm going to go out and be open with my heart. And I'm going to ask for that which is in my highest good to be around me today. I'm going to ask those lessons that are in my highest good to be with me today, and just go with that kind of thing. It's an attitude change, almost an attitude adjustment about what you expect when you walk out of the house. We're safe in our home pretty much, but it's when we
Right.
step outside into the outside that we get that. Yeah. So
Delar has a very good question. How do you describe the difference of your heart, higher heart, versus your heart?
oh, well, see, I would think of that as, are you talking about the difference between your physical beating heart, your electrical beating heart, versus your, what we like to call, they say the soul, your soul is in your heart center. It's in that heart chakra. That's where that's at. So I would say the difference between your heart, you've got your heart that beats and keeps your body going and moves oxygen and blood throughout your body. and that keeps you alive and provides vital, oxygen and blood to your organs, and that you have to take care of in order to keep living and take care of that. And then you have that higher heart, and to me the higher heart is your soul. It's your inner self, it's your spirit, it's your connection to source, is what I feel the higher heart is.
And I would piggyback on that and say, yes, it's your connection to source. It is that higher heart.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at if you're like, well, I'm speaking about my heart chakra. So the heart chakra is the way that you love,
Mm-hmm.
is what I would say. Your higher heart is how you love unconditionally.
Right. I agree. I agree.
Helps. Facebook user, thank you. Ginger and Elias, you both look great.
Thanks.
Thank you. We both are on a weight loss journey, or
Mm-hmm.
I should say a weight change journey.
We're releasing, aren't we? Releasing and letting it go.
Yes.
Please release.
Questions that you guys have, please release me, let me go.
Yes.
Hello, Angie. Thank you. Do you guys have any questions about connecting to your heart? So what are ways that you do it?
That I say once again, I got distracted with it. I'm sorry. I looked to the right and saw all of those beautiful comments and completely lost track, Elias. I'm so squirrely today. I'm telling you, this Pisces moon is biting me. Chris from Iowa, hi. So
Chris
please.
from Iowa.
Please repeat the question.
Chris from Iowa. Mm-hmm. Chris from the retreat on
Yes,
Iowa.
Hello. Please repeat the question.
So how do you, Ginger Perrick, Healing Heart Medium, how do you connect to your heart? What are ways that you tap into your heart?
For me, I spend a lot of time in my heart. I'm trying to, how do I connect to that? How would I describe?
Mm-hmm. Is there like a ritual that you do? Is there like a prayer, a meditation? What do you do?
That's a very interesting question. I've never had anybody kind of nail me down to that, because I come from my heart. I've been told I walk through glasses on, and I always see the best in everyone. So how do I connect to my heart? I try to stay out of my ego, because your ego can cause a lot of issues with coming from your heart. So I try to stay out of ego. I try to stay out of the scientific side of life, if that makes sense. Science is very important, but that I try to stay out of that left brain mentality. Gosh, how do I just try to walk in beauty and try to see the best in everyone, and try to, when I meet someone for the first time, as a nurse, I look everybody over head to toe, because that's like a trained thing to look at people. I glance at them from head to toe, but I don't make any judgments when I look at them. And I think that's how I try to stay in my heart when I walk. I don't judge people. I haven't walked a mile in their moccasins. I don't know where they're coming from or what they're about. So I try to use my mom's thing, is use, you have 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. Use it proportionately, is what she used to say to us, meaning to make sure you look and listen and speak when you need to speak, and not just jabber on. So I try to approach life as an observer, and that is coming from my heart. I observe everything around me. I observe the trees, the wind, the sun, the rain, the animals, the children, the elderly people, and just the adults. And I just try to take it all in and be an observer and look at the positive and the good in everything around me and in front of me. It's draining sometimes, because it's heartbreaking, because I often think they don't get it. Why don't people get it? Why don't people get that you just have to be kind and smile? After COVID, no one does eye contact anymore. No one smiles anymore, because they walked around like this all the time.
Right. I agree. The sun's coming into me.
You smile and say hi to someone and no one answers back. So I think COVID really made an impact on the human race, which has made it difficult for people like me, who are empaths and sensitives, to function. So my co-host is walking around. So
I'm closing the drape. Yes, go ahead.
That's, it's hard to describe how do I come from my heart, because I've done it since the day I was born. So, and I try to stay in that mind of forgiveness and love and acceptance and non-judgment, because I don't want anyone to judge me. And you and I both know what we do in this line of work. We're judged a lot.
We are.
So yeah,
We
I
are.
freaked my medical assistant out at my doctor's office yesterday when I was getting a physical, because she asked me if I could, she saw my bracelets and asked about them. And I told her, she goes, "Can you see auras?" I'm like, "Yes." "What a color are my auras?" And I'm like, "Well, if they ask me," and I told her, and then, "What does that mean?" And then I told her, and then she's like, she held the paper up. She goes, "Okay, well, I'll go get the doctor," and left the room. And I could see her, I could hear her out at the nurse's desk talking, and I'd given her my business card. And between when the doctor came in and she came back in again, the entire back office had looked up my website. So, I mean, which is good. But
Right.
then
It's very good.
I
It's
had to,
very good.
I was in my head, I'm like, gosh, I hope they're not judging me. So, yeah.
See, and that's why this needs to talk to this instead of this talking to this.
Yeah.
Julie says, "You two are wonderful models of living a wonderful life." Thank you so much.
Thank you,
We do
Julie.
the best that we can.
Not
I
perfect.
haven't always been present in the moment. I make a conscious effort to do so now. That's excellent, Amanda. Great. Hey, MK. Good to see you. Susan, good evening. Good evening. So if you were to tell somebody, okay, I'm starting to slowly get into this whole woo-woo piece of understanding that I have to follow my heart, but I have not always done that, and I don't know what it means to follow my heart because I was never shown that.
You have good questions tonight,
I
sir.
do, and this is just coming right in. Nothing's scripted.
I know we
Nothing
didn't
is
write it.
scripted.
We didn't write.
No.
We didn't write anything down. Matter of
This
fact,
is
my
really good
computer
for
crashed 20
yes.
minutes before I got on. Little Mercury retrograde, nanner. So, and I usually don't buy into that because I was born during Mercury.
Me too.
So I don't even know why it's messing with me. I almost
It
said a bad
shouldn't.
word.
I know you could say it on here. It's okay.
I don't know.
Otherwise, you might get banned, like I did for 3 days.
It's if you weren't taught and you want to learn to come from your heart, find people that come from their heart and learn by example. And be gentle with yourself. This is thank God, my mom taught me, so I was blessed that I had my mother and my grandmother, and they were those beautiful, beautiful souls and beings that watch over me now. But I think if you're not taught that and you haven't experienced that, exposing yourself or getting around like-minded people or finding that group of people that do come from their heart, I think is a good start. I mean, you could read books, you could watch YouTube videos, but I think an in-person encounter with people that come from their heart, truly come from their heart, it can help teach you how to do that. And it's a process, and you have to be gentle with yourself and allow yourself time and not be self-critical, because we are, apples don't fall far from the tree. We are a proof of the environment that we grew up in. I don't know how, if you read that book, the chapter in my book, how I came out the way I did, because I grew up in a very abusive household. But somehow, yes, Own Your Awesomeness, that book, somehow I came out of that with my heart open. And I don't know if I was just born that way or if that's something that my mom would say things to us to keep us there. I don't know. I can't explain it. So I think it's just exposing yourself to the right people and being gentle with yourself and allowing that. Do you agree, Elias? You're coming.
I do agree.
Making me think questions tonight.
Yes, I know. And I would agree. And I would say this as well. First of all, I have to acknowledge Delora, because she said, doesn't mean your computer was born during retro. So gotta love
I'm going to sage it. Wait, I have spray. I'm going to sage it while we're talking.
There you go.
I have my sage spray. So here we go.
Oh, what is it? You have a sage spray? What is that called? Did you
My
want to share
sage
that?
spray is called Mystical Sage.
You want to show it in front of the camera?
This is an old label. I was just
Oh,
looking to see if, because I sold them all out, but this is a really old label. But my other one is
okay.
quite pretty. It's blue, and I'm out of them because I've sold them all. I'm making more. But yes, my
That's good.
mystical sage is if you can't smoke it, spray it. No, I don't
Can't
smoke it. If
smoke
you
it.
can't burn it,
Right.
spray it. But we'll spray around here. Much better.
So, you know, Tara says, I've come from my heart and was hurt for doing so. And like we said, that's going to happen. But I think that if you don't have a role model for how to come from the heart, think of somebody like, somebody like a character on TV,
Mm.
somebody that shows that. Like I'm going to say a program was on Hallmark, the Hallmark channel. There's the woman from, I forgot her name. She's really petite little thing. Her name, well, she's not really petite, but she's tiny, slender. She was in China something, I forgot, but it's The Good Witch, and it's a
Oh yes,
really
yes,
good
yes.
program.
That teaches
And
you how to come from your heart. I watched the entire series.
yes, all seven
Yes,
seasons.
yes, I
Yes,
did. I
and
I
I've watched
binged
them a couple
them.
times.
Yes, I binged them. Yes,
But
absolutely.
that character that she plays,
Mm-hmm.
um, and Cassie Nightingale, that
Cass.
character that she plays is always coming up with these profound yet gentle ways of speaking from the heart. And it's quite a good show.
It
And
is.
if you want a good laugh, this has nothing about coming from the heart, but watch the Miranda show. Gets me every single time.
Yes.
Hello, Leslie. Thank you. Good to see you. And me, Spark. It's kind of awful to say, but sometimes what we need for our highest good can be a heartache. It can be. It can be because that lesson is what we learn. Sister Sledge, good to see you.
I
Yes, says Stephanie. I'm always told not to wear my heart in my sleeve. I get it. And the funny thing
hearts
is,
on my
yep, see,
sleeve. Yep.
yes, I have heart on my shoulder.
And I have a heart on this one. And I have a heart on my ankle. I have very similar on my ankle. Yes.
Yes, I
I
know. I
wear my heart
remember
on
when
my
you were
sleeve.
here.
Yes. And it's for the world to see.
And don't listen to people when they call you crazy. That was my biggest thing. Was I crazy? Like biological? Yeah, you know what? And it's okay. Thank you for yes. I love the people that I have met. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm learning to live in my heart, not others' judgments. That's beautiful, Sheila.
Yes.
Look
That's
at you. Look
excellent,
at
Sheila.
you.
Excellent.
Love it. And be careful what you put in your head as far as TV shows and music, because we hear that and ego gets all excited. Can be, can
Mhm,
be.
mhm.
Hallmark Channel has a Christmas cruise. They do. Fascinating. Um, Great show. Yes, thank you, thank you. Um, Hello, Kim and Karen. You guys are wearing your hearts. We are. We
Yep.
are.
Yep.
Um, I have a heart where no one can go. Where no one can go. Okay, well, at least you can go there, right? So, we're talking about heart energy. Is there a heart? Because I know that hi, Sherry. Is there a heart a crystal heart or a essence or essential oil that makes you feel comfortable in the heart? Yes,
You have a heart.
I have several.
Hey, Sarah, Sarah.
Hurrah,
This is
whatever will
Mukite.
be, will be. What is that?
This is
Tiger's eye?
Mukite.
Mukite.
Mukite to me is very grounding. I hold on to this one. See, it's a jasper. Mukite is a type of it's a jasper. It's like a yellow red jasper, but they call it mukite, and it's super super grounding. And I think there are times that especially when you get your heart hurt, you can use rose quartz
Okay.
hearts, or it doesn't have to be a heart shape. You can just use that. Oh, that's very pretty, very pretty. But this
Thank
mukite
you.
sits on my desk, and I pick it up when I just need to ground and bring myself back down to center. Okay, Sarah, that's a really nice heart you have there.
That's from you.
I
It's from
know. It
you.
showed up at the perfect time for the at the
It
retreat.
did. It
Um,
did for the retreat.
yes.
And
So this part of me.
look what Julie wrote. Julie said, I lost my husband 4 years ago today, plus other family members in the last year. Did not think there was room in my heart for anyone as I thought the grief wouldn't allow. Surprise, I have a new person in my heart and it's wonderful. I'm seeing life much differently. Life is good. And I bet you, Julie,
You know, Julie,
that
I
your
am so
former
very
husband
proud.
gave you
Yes.
that person.
I Julie, I'm so proud of you. And if I remember right, I think Julie is a retired nurse, if I remember right. She's been following me for quite some time. But I am so proud of you, Julie. I am so very, very proud of you. You've come a long way, baby. Good job. Good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes.
And there's also fluorite. Fluorite.
Fluoride is
Talking on
great.
the truth. Fluorite. And there is dragon's blood jasper. And doesn't that look like a little person there, like
It does
saying
like a little
yes?
person in there. Yes, with their
Yeah.
wand in their hand going, yeah.
Woo! Yes.
What
So
about you, Elias?
what about me?
What do you do to come from your heart? How do you stay in your heart? I'm going to throw it back at you, brother. What do you do to stay in your heart? I know, barking on the truth.
Barking on the truth.
I'll get mine going here in a minute. Yeah.
So here's several ways to stay in my heart. I'm wondering if our house guest is back. She is. Please hold. Jamie is back from the farmer's market.
What'd she bring us?
What did she bring us? I don't know what she brought us. Brought us a lot of stuff. Yes. She brought her water bottle and a lot of other stuff that she got excited about, I'm sure. So Jamie used the back door. She can't get in the back door. So the thing for me is to stay in my heart is surrounding myself with people that do that. Surrounding people that come from the heart, surrounding people that I love, surrounding people, obviously my husband, obviously the dogs, obviously my friends, my soul community. For me, even listening to music, memories will allow me to stay in my heart. Honoring my mom and dad in some way always gets me there. So those are several ways that I can do it. Theta, good to see you. Thank you.
Hi, Theta.
I listened to you both and it's helped to move forward. Plus Noel
Noel.
Manicam. Noel Manicam.
Yes, Noel.
Oh, Nikki and Noel?
Hmm?
No. Who? Nick and Noel? No.
No, Noelle Manicam is, I believe, her niece, and she is one of, she's a psychic medium also that I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I remember now. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Now it just took me a moment.
That's okay.
So
Slanja.
it's Poppy Slanja. Oh, I'll do that with you as well. Cheers. Those are other ways that I will stay in my heart is, I have to tell you, doing this work keeps me in my heart.
It does.
Doing this work. I would say that if I was still in advertising or if I was still, massage work did keep me in my heart. I do have to tell you, massage work did keep me in my heart. But I have to tell you, doing the retreats definitely keeps me in the heart. Go ahead.
No, and I was going to say, doing my work, I worked at home for 3 years. You know that. I was working from home 3 years. I was able to do more of my lives. But sitting at home working on a computer for 3 years for my personality, for who I am, which I'm a total people person, I have to say put me in a dark place, not in a bad dark place. I just wasn't getting interaction and feeling energy and picking up on people. I think I couldn't help people the way I wanted to be able to help people. Excuse me, bubble up. I wanted to be able to I like to help people. I like to do things for people. I like to educate. I like to see light bulb moments. I like to just gently be that person. Like if you're in the grocery store, I had a woman that was standing at the meat counter. I was walking by, and it's a very busy grocery store, and she was standing there staring at a couple of packages, and she was tearing up and crying. This woman, she had to be like 75. No one noticed her, but I felt
Mm.
her. And I said, "Are you okay?" "No, I'm not. I'm having cataract surgery and I'm trying to get my groceries and I can't read the label. Can you please tell me what this says?"
Mm.
I was just like, oh my God. So I grabbed her and walked her around the rest of the store and helped her. She had come on one of the buses that brings the senior people to the store. And I walked her around the rest of the store. Was I in a hurry? Did I need to be somewhere? Yes. But who else was going to pay attention to her? And I picked up on that. To me, is coming out from my heart, being able to do
Right.
that. So I went back into pediatrics because I needed people. I needed to be around people, even though adults, no offense to anybody that's on here, they kind of suck sometimes. They're not the nicest, because adults, we have our own agenda and our own issues, but kids are the closest thing to heaven. And they never do really anything directly at you for any reason to harm you. And that has filled my heart and has allowed me to come more from my heart, to see a smile and to see that. So I just want to share that. That's just one of the things that helped bring me back out, because I was pulling in and becoming introverted by sitting at home and staring out a window, working on a computer all the time. I needed people. So
Yeah.
that's another way to come from your heart. If you're a people person and you've got yourself boxed off, you're suppressing your loving energy and not allowing it to shine and be of service. And that's important to me. Always has been.
I love that.
Okay.
Heather says, walking on a beach connects me to my heart or nature.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
So many people can feel that heart you have, and that's why we are here.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Agree. Ain't ginger kids. And look what Dolores says. I'm your nurse. I'm here to save your life, not kiss your.
I have that. I have that little thing. I have that one.
Do you?
A
I
friend
love
of
it.
mine gave it to me. I'm here to save your life, not kiss your ass. Yep.
Uh,
Lovely to see you
Facebook,
too. I wish you knew
lovely
who
to
you
see
were.
you.
Say
Yeah,
who
lovely
say
to
who
see
you
you.
are. Yes. She has
Amanda
this.
says, I literally have that t-shirt. Love
Mhm.
it. I miss people since I retired. I was an ER nurse for 50 years. We have a lot of nurses on here.
It's, and once you're a nurse, always a nurse. You never stop being a nurse. You would just have to find a way to use your talents to keep around people.
That's true.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is true. Wear your heart
On your
on your
sleeve.
sleeve.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you got a couple things coming up I want to mention before we rush
Do.
off. Tell everybody what the exciting news. I know it, but everybody else doesn't know it.
I'm so excited. So, for those of you that live local here in the Valley, and when I say in the Valley, in Maricopa County, in Phoenix, Glendale, Peoria, that area. If you live here locally, starting October 21st, it's going to be the third Saturday of every month. I have found a beautiful space to hold a psychic mediumship development circle, which I'm going to take all of the things that I've learned over my entire lifetime. And I'm going to be teaching a 2-hour class on Saturday nights from 6 to 8. And it's in person, hands-on. And I'm going to be teaching psychic abilities, how to do different types of psychic abilities, how to use a pendulum, how to work with energy. I have some really cool things that not a lot of people teach that I taught. And I think Elias and I talked about it a little bit. A lot of things that you don't get exposed to that will blow your mind, that you can do it. It's a and then I'm going to work into some mediumship, and I'm going to try to do this every third Saturday of the month and spend time doing this. And it's going to be at hold caller. My computer crashed. I hope I didn't lose everything I was trying to work on. It's posted on my website. I did save it, so it is actually posted on my website, gingerperrick.com. and it's in the on the home page where it says a little description, and then there's a link to click on to go to my Square page to buy your ticket. And it's $25, which I think is highly reasonable for what you can use. We'll start with a meditation, and I mean, each month it's going to be something a little bit different that you're going to learn and have homework and set up practice groups to be able to practice with each other. I'm thinking about bringing in a friend that does drumming. I wish I could bring my friend from Illinois here for drumming. That helped us make our drums, but maybe I could drag her out here.
You can drag her. You can call her and say, "Hey, Nicole."
I could.
Right.
And
Right.
some drumming, and we're going to maybe teach some yoga for meditate. I'll bring in different people, and it's going to be. I'm super excited because I love to teach like you do, Elias. And I think this 2-hour class every Saturday gives in people a chance to come out. And so it's on my webpage. It's at the center. I'm
New
going.
Vision Center for Spiritual Wisdom.
Thank you, Delora. You've got that. Thank you.
She
I've got
got
it
it.
on there. Look at her. Snap, snap. You should keep her.
Snap.
Third Saturday of the month, 6 to 8 Pacific time. It's Arizona time. We never change our time.
Yes.
In person, a psychic development circle at the New Vision Center for Spiritual Wisdom. If those of you that are here, that's where Sunny Dawn Johnston does her Angel Day.
Oh, and there's Nicole. See, you ask, and there she
Nicole,
is.
I'm going to drag your butt out here. I think it's a really good idea. Can we make drums in 2 hours?
You could make them in 3.
You can make them in 3. Well, I have the room, so I don't know. They may not be happy with me doing that in that room because of the we upset the last church we did that in a little bit. But Nicole, I would love to have you come out, and I'm excited. So that's what I have coming up that I'm super excited about, because this is finding the space that allows you to. They have a labyrinth there, so people can. Hi, Tammy. They have a labyrinth there that allows you, so those that want to come early can walk the labyrinth. And we're going to sage everybody before they go in the room. And who knows what we'll be able to solve. Ship of the Heart just came on my. Oh no, that's nice.
I love it.
Who knows what I'll come up with, but it'll be. It'll be very, very good. And after you work on your psychic abilities, then we're going to delve into mediumship. And it's for beginners or people. I should not drink fizzy drinks because it makes me burn. No. So it's for beginners up to people that already have skills, just to kind of hone them in. So I'm super excited about it.
I'm excited for you. That's awesome.
I'm super excited. Is there anything else I have coming up?
Yes, you do. I'll tell you that in a second. Amanda worked in ER and trauma for 14 years. Now she's a nurse practitioner in
palliative care. It's kind of like hospice. They're not really hospice, but it's palliative. I think it's mostly a lot of pain management and symptom management. Yes. And bless your heart, I did hospice for 5 years, and that is amazing work. Nicole suffered less than is that her less than she kiss. Thank you, Nicole.
That's a heart. It's a heart.
I know. Girl. Is it? It's
a beautiful heart.
I miss you, Nicole. So
so Ginger will be a guest on my new podcast coming up September 22nd on the mindbodyspirit.fm. And super excited about that. We will have Ginger will be one of the people of the many that we will have on the podcast. So please go and sign up for that. Thank you, Delora. And super excited to have that on. Now, Ginger and I next year will probably be doing another retreat.
That would be great.
So we're just looking at places, guys. So we're not sure. We were trying to look at, there's a possible place on the East Coast. We were also thinking of California. There's Ginger was actually looking at a place in Arizona and doing it while it's cooler, not while it's hot, because I'm not going to do it when it's hot. I can't do it.
110 right now.
So
I may brag. continue on. I'm going to
No, go ahead.
camera
Go
off.
ahead.
I think I can
Yes.
do it. Hold, please.
Hold it. Not a cute horse. Cute horse.
That's Aaron's horse.
Aaron's horse.
Yeah.
Does Aaron's horse have a name?
Lacey. And then Aaron's horse is in
Lacey.
spirit. Yes.
Oh, it's in spirit. Okay.
Yes. Okay, wait. There. I have to share. My friend Janice Gleiman, you know Janice.
I know Janice.
She went to Peru with Sunny Dawn Johnston. And
Yes.
Nicole, you're going to like this too. She went there and I asked her if she could look for a, my words are not here
A
today.
mesa.
A mesa
cloth.
for me, a mesa cloth for me.
Yes.
She found me one and brought it back. So I have my very own mesa. It's not large, but is absolutely magnificent. Here is handmade out of alpaca. My
nice.
mesa cloth.
That's beautiful. I
my
love
mesa
it. Yes,
Isn't it?
very
It's
nice. You know what?
Beautiful.
Look at the, hang on, let me do it.
And I guess each one of these
But see,
designs.
look at the colors that I have.
It's very similar.
Very
Look at that.
similar.
My brother from another mother.
Yes.
Another other, we say. My brother from another
From
other.
another other. Yes.
I don't know what each one of these symbols are, but she did say that each one of these are a family, like a crest or a symbol, and that these women hand make and hand weave these. It's a very tight weave.
Yep.
So I've got to get it all blessed and set up and ready to go. And my mentor, Elias Patras, will help me with that. But I got this last week and it's not large, but I think it's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect.
I love it. It's excellent.
It's
it is
perfect.
Excellent.
And it's from Peru.
It's from Peru. And for those of you that are Peru, and if you guys are interested, on September 23rd, Moira and I will be doing a free information talk on the apprenticeship program. It's a 1-year program. We will talk about the Mesa. We will talk about how to set up your own medicine wheel. And thank you, Delora. You are on it today. Every day you're on it. Earth Honoring Apprenticeship. It's a 1-year info Zoom with Moira and myself. And it is going to be quite fascinating for the people that are interested. And if you just, maybe you're like, oh, just want to check it out, then go to info@eliaspatras.com and then just put in apprenticeship and we'll send you the link for it. So I'm super excited about it. Super, super excited. Delora, Richie, do you use boards? Probably some high-techy thing. So yes, that's awesome that you have a cloth. Now, here's the thing, guys. When we're operating from our heart, and maybe some of you might disagree, and that's okay. If you come from your heart and you're centered and grounded in that place, you can't do wrong. You can't do wrong if you come from your heart. You come from your brain.
Gets in the way. It totally gets in the way. Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally gets in the way.
What have you got coming up? Not to throw you off your game, other than that.
Well, I've got a lot coming up.
Yeah. You and I get to hang out in Florida together for
we get to hang out for a whole week. I'm super excited about that.
Party on the beach.
Yes.
Yes.
Amanda says more tin, less scarecrow. That's good. That's good. I have a master file of everything. I know you do. I know you do. So what do I got? Well, I've got the cruise coming up. Tomorrow we leave for Seattle. And then from the 1st through the 8th, I'll be on the cruise. And that will be a lot of fun, presenting 3 different workshops. I will see Molly McCord, Sunny Dawn Johnston. I'll also see Rosemary Hurwitz. She'll be on September 23rd, and she's going to talk about the Enneagram. So I'm excited about that. And what else? And then I will have some surprise cruise ship lives. I will, so you guys can. It's on a celebrity ship. I'm super excited about that. It is. I come back on the 8th. We'll have a live on the 9th. We switch our guests to Saturday nights, everybody. I mentioned this in the beginning of our program. Switch to Saturday nights. What else do I got? Anybody in the Portland, Oregon area? If you are, unfortunately, Jamie won't be in the Portland area, Oregon area in September, but she will be soon. We've got in person the New Renaissance bookstore. I'm doing an animal spirit guide, and Dolores switching me and reminding me we've got Soul Chat on the 9th, and on the 14th. Speaking of Delora, I was going up backwards. On the 14th, we have Change Your Traits with Color. It's an 8-week series with Delora and I. If you're a people pleaser, a perfectionist, control freak, a fixer, an empath, we're going to talk about how that happened.
Nobody's that on this.
No
No one has that problem.
There you go. So we're doing that starting September 14th. And come and join us. All the information that you need is on eliaspetrus.com. And if you sign up for my email list today, you're not. Here's the thing, what I'm noticing, guys, and just full transparency. Many of you are on here, but when you show up for something like, oh, I'm interested in this, it says invite. And I think if you don't like and follow, it doesn't show up that you're a follower on my end. And on my end, that's really important when I go to a TV producer, a radio producer, or a production manager, because they're going to say the first thing is, how many people on your social media? I don't like it, but that's how the business is currently, because they want to make sure that whatever you're selling or program that they're going to be selling, that you can fill the spots.
Yeah.
So all right, Paula, take care, honey.
Social. I have 692 followers on my page, but only 550 still on my TikTok. I still can't get anybody on my TikTok.
So guys, go to Ginger Healing Heart Medium and go sign up for her TikTok.
Thank you.
We need to do that. I think like some videos, like even some funny ones, will get you there. Or if I feel the way that I got it, I'll show you. The crazy one that I got, I reached the 1,000 mark. I think I got like 300 people from this one video. It was less than 5 seconds, and I can't believe this is what put me over the edge. It was just
because I have to have 1,000 to be able to do lives on TikTok.
You have to have 1,000.
I sit there and watch all those other psychic mediums on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's crazy, right? But this one actually took it to the over the top. What did Delora do? Oh, thank you,
I just have to like hire her. That's why I want to talk to her. I just have to hire her. Over
That's
50.
it.
You're kidding.
Just calling all TikTokers over 50 to support, but then you got to have the hashtag things in there, like support over 50.
Challenge. Oh,
yeah.
I'm not. You see, I'm not that generation. I'm still working on that.
Okay, I don't know how to stop it now. Okay, there you have it. So, but I will have to tell you, I used to do these just to make me laugh.
I know.
I used to do them just to make me laugh. And I would show Ginger. I'm like, look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one.
Yeah, so, you do make me laugh. You do make me laugh.
Yeah. This one is, I'll just show you on here since it's only,
Priscilla is the TikTok getter queen. Priscilla is.
Hi there. At my funeral, I want someone to take the bouquet off of my coffin and throw it into the crowd and see who's next.
You know, I watched one the other day. I think it was on TikTok the other day, where it was this guy in Ireland he did a voice recording of himself before he died to be played at the graveside. So here they are.
Wow.
They've lowered his casket down into the ground, and they play this tape of him going, "Hello, hello, get me out of here." And of course you see the people that are just there like, oh, you know, and then he does some other things about laughing and joking, but he did this audio tape to be played at the graveside for his family before they threw the dirt. It was not funny initially, but the rest of it was hilarious. So I
That's
thought that
funny.
was great. But
That's
yeah, I
funny.
need to do some short videos. I'm not as hammy as you are. I'm more.
Well, I've seen you in action. I've seen you in action, my dear.
What are you talking about?
I've seen you behind closed doors. You are hammy.
I'm a little hammy. We'll
Little
practice. You know
hammy.
what? We'll just practice
Practice.
in
You know,
Florida.
we'll do
When
some
we're
in
in
Florida.
Florida. Well,
In
when we're
Florida.
no, when
Yes,
we're in
I'll do it.
Florida, we'll practice.
I
Yeah.
know I could do some duets with her. I could. That'd
Mhm.
be fun. That'd be fun. All right, guys. You
I
know,
know.
we this hour just goes by so quickly.
Mhm.
I want to thank you for being on here, guys. Please follow Ginger at Ginger Healing Heart Medium. Look up her stuff that she has at gingerperrick.com.
Mhm.
And I am going to, everything's packed. I just have to pack the last minute stuff. Like I got the eyebrows done.
I was going to make
Thank
mention.
you.
They
Yes.
look lovely.
But you know what? And I'll just mention it. Sometimes here, like there's one or two little ear hairs, and I don't want to present, so I'm gonna bring the tweezers. Just you can pluck those suckers, and in 2 days, they're back.
They grow overnight. They just come out. Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Brad was like driving to the bank with me, and he was
Yeah.
like, he kept like rubbing his eyes and rubbing his eyes and rubbing his eyes and going, "What the hell is that?" So he's at the in line in the drive-through at the bank, and he jerks his glasses off. My husband, Brad, he jerks his glasses off, and he said, "Look in my eye and see what's in there. I can't see it's bugging me." And I look, and he's got an eyebrow hair. This is a sign you're getting old. That has curled around and is sticking him in the eye. And I burst out laughing. That sucker had to be like that long. I burst out laughing. I thought it was so funny. He goes, "What is it?" And I reached up and I go, "Thunk."
Yeah.
And I handed it to him. That's part of getting old. Yeah.
How loving that is that you handed it to him.
Yeah. Well, you
That's
know, you got to
nice.
pull the ears too. I pull his,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll
Yeah,
share.
it's
I pull
crazy.
his ear hairs. Yeah. Maintenance is important.
It's
Yes.
maintenance. You're right.
Yes, it is.
Exactly. So I
Spousal
have
maintenance.
the tweezers to bring, and you know, it's all the last minute stuff because John is the kind of person we've been packed for 3 days now. I know some of you are early packers. I like to pack the day of or the day before because I usually don't do anything that day. And I just gingerly know to bring things over. And I have a little checklist. And now I'm like, oh. Any back hair, as long as we're shaving, you're sharing, you're cute. This isn't that kind of a trip. Remember, we're going to Alaska, not the Caribbean.
Yes. Yes. There's no spousal maintenance with that. Yes.
Yes, it does. It does. It's fun. It's fun. Anyway, so get ready for some cruise ship lives here on Facebook. I'm sorry, YouTube, but you have to come to Facebook. And again, we want to thank you. As always, we are here to connect. And when we connect, we educate. And when we educate, we grow. There is unity in community from our hearts to yours. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.